So I'm getting the word out about Gloria La Riva's campaign for President of the United States. The third parties usually aren't allowed in the debates with one of the big candidates, so it's up to us to get in the streets and talk about the alternatives to Trump and Hillary this year. A lot of people, I think, are voting out of fear this year, and so we're coming from a place of power where if you don't like what's presented in front of you, you can vote for your conscience. I'd rather vote for something I want and not get it than vote for something I don't want and to get it. And it's also about a movement. We're getting the word out about an organization. The civil rights movement, the women's rights movement, those things didn't just make changes by getting people elected, they made changes with their feet in the streets, in the workplaces, talking about it in their homes. And so that's more about what we're about.
On the last election, only 17% of the students voted, so we don't have representation in this election. That's why we need to vote, and so politicians could target us as their audience. Mostly what I've heard is they don't like the candidates that are on the ballot, and they don't want to vote for them. That's probably one of the reasons they don't voting on this election.
Student voting is really important because oftentimes students don't vote because they're unaware of what's on the ballot. And California has 17 propositions up on the ballot this election. So it's a lot of propositions, and the wording is very tricky to understand. So a yes may mean no, and a no may mean yes. So that is oftentimes a hindrance when it comes to voting, and only 30% of the young voters actually vote. So we are big in numbers, but very few of us actually vote.
The way we eat has profound impacts on our own health as well as the health of other animals and the planet. And I think most people want to act humanely and want to eat food that is nourishing and healthy. And by eating plants instead of animals, we can do that. So I just encourage people to think about their food choices, to be mindful, and then make choices that nourish them and don't cause unnecessary harm.